Would you like 2 tactics that you can use that will give you the very best chance of converting as many prospects to actual yeses, i.e. joining your team or buying your product or both on the face of the earth? If you do, then this video is going to help you. I'm going to give you my 2 top follow-up tactics that are actually going to get yeses from your prospects. So this is going to be for you. I don't know if you ever had a situation where you're talking to somebody, phone, messaging, whatever, they've seen the presentation, they're saying the right things, right? This looks great, this looks fantastic, does that mean get back to you tomorrow? And then the next thing, when you go to follow up with them because they didn't actually get back to you, it's like, why do you feel like you've got to chase them, convince them, twist their arm, and then it all gets stretched out, it becomes a long, uncomfortable, awkward process, and they end up saying no. So what went wrong? Did you do everything you possibly could to get a yes from them? Did you present yourself and your business in the right way? I'm going to make sure the answer is yes from here on out for you if you watch this video and implement the tactics that I'm going to teach you. So I don't like chit chat. You didn't come here to chat either. Let's just get straight into the tactics. So first of all, why do you want to focus so much attention on your follow-up? Well, there's a lot of people that want to do this. They just need to feel like it's the right thing for them. Have you ever had that yourself, where you've gone to buy something and then caught yourself and been like, maybe I'll just sleep on it, or maybe I'll think about it just because I'd feel more comfortable, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff going through your mind and you actually make that decision in that little gap. That's your prospects too. They have a presentation with you, so let's put P for presentation. Some sign up right there and then, but a lot like some kind of space before they go D for decision. It's what happens in this space here that is either going to take them over the finish line in a positive way, this is a finish line here, if that's a yes, or it actually takes them away from it to a no. So we need to control this part and do something in this part here to nudge them in the right direction, because they're up for grabs. And I don't mean in like a negative way, like we need to lie to them or cheat them. No, I'm saying give them the very best information to make the best decision for them. And let's give yourself the chance of being a professional so they have all the opportunity to say yes to you. Okay, always be truthful. So we need to do this because they're up for grabs. And also in this bit here, we want to make sure that we're actually doing things that make us feel good. Because at the end of the day, one sign up isn't going to cut it. You're going to want to sign a lot of people up. You're going to want to make a lot of customer sales. So you're going to have to follow up with a lot of people. And if you're doing the follow up in a way that doesn't make you feel good, it annoys you, it annoys them, you maybe even lose friendships over it, you're going to distance yourself from doing it, aren't you? If something is painful, and we see this pain, right? Are you going to move towards the pain, or are you going to move away from the pain? You're going to move away. So if you feel like follow-up is painful and annoying and it pushes people away, then you're going to distance yourself from that action. And it's the very action needed because these people are up for grabs. So this is why this is so important. I'm sure we can agree on that, okay? So let's look at the how. Now we've covered the why. I've got 2 tactics for you. I'm going to give you some scripts, and I'm also going to give you a way you can do this digitally too, because let's face it, you want to build a big team, you want to scale, you're going to have to find ways to do this where you don't have to do it one-on-one all the time. That's going to drive you insane. So let's look at that script first. The first tip, you know what the first tip is to agree the follow-up on the actual presentation. Agree the follow-up on the presentation. So you're giving a presentation, okay? Could be video, could be webinar, could be face-to-face, whatever you want to do. And what you're going to do is you should be present for that in some way, shape or form. You should know if it's a webinar, you should be able to see the registration, know when they've watched it. Video, when you should set it up in something like Loom so you can see when they've seen it. So you're able to actually control this process. Now on the presentation, when you contact them on the phone or whatever you want to use, you're going to say, okay, great. Is this something you want to do? Is it a yes? Now, if they say anything other than a clear yes or a clear no, like I'm signing up right now, or it's absolutely not for me, they're going to probably require some kind of follow-up. Let me think about it. I want to do this. I want to do that. I need to sleep on it. It's no good trying to pressure somebody into a decision. They feel like now, oh, I just want to turn and run away. Let's help them make a good decision and you feel good about that too. So what you want to say is, okay, listen, commit this to memory or write this down. You want to say, listen, I don't do pressure, I don't do convincing, I want this to be the right decision for you. So what exactly do you need to let me know if this is a yes or a no for you? So either is fine. There is no pressure from me. So we're taking no pressure. We take the pressure away. That actually makes them feel more like doing this because you're now someone they want to work with. So there's no pressure here, but I want to know what the question is. What's the real reason why you can't let me know either way today? And they're going to say something like, oh, I need to think about it. Okay? That isn't the real reason. That's them just being polite. Okay? You say, okay, now for me to help you, what specifically is it that you need to think about? Like I said, I accept you're not going to sign up right now, so don't worry about that. But I want to give you the very best information possible. You know, you've already told me you're doing this for your kids or to get out of the job you hate. So let's do this properly, right? What's the real reason? What do you really need to think about? You can be totally honest with me here. And they're going to say, well, actually, I don't understand that compensation plan thing that you spoke about. I don't understand the compensation plan. I need to know how I'm going to get paid. And you go, oh, okay, great. So tell you what I'll do right now. I'm going to send you a much more basic overview of the compensation plan and a plan of how you can earn $1,000, $2,000 a month. If I send you that right now, and we say tomorrow, what are you free? 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock? I'm free 3 o'clock. Okay, great. So I'll call you at 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to send you the compensation plan right now. Will you be able to give me a yes or a no? Either is fine at 3 o'clock tomorrow, or is there something else other than how you get paid that you need to understand better to give yourself a clear choice? And they may say, nope, that's it. That's all I need to know. If I can understand how I get paid, I'm going to be able to let you know if it's a yes or a no. Okay, cool, that's great. Or they may say, actually, I'm worried that I can't do this. That's another one, isn't it? Can I do this? They say, this seems all right for you. I'm not sure about me. This seems all right for the people in the video. I'm not sure about this for me. So what I would do at this point is, let's say they're a teacher or they're an engineer or they're a whatever. If you're a professional, you should have a bunch of testimonials from your company from different people with different backgrounds, and you can collect these easily, okay? It doesn't have to be from your team. The company will have some website, some YouTube channel with these resources on them for you. If they're all decent, you should be able to get these easily. So what I would suggest that you do is, if they're a teacher, I'd find at least one, preferably 2 to 3 testimonials, I'll just put test there for testimonials, of teachers. Hey, my name's Richard, I'm a teacher, and since joining company XYZ, I've got this benefit. You know the kind of videos that are out there, right? And you say, okay, great. So what I want to do is then, would it help if I could show you other teachers just like you that have got results? So not my background, not these people in the video. I'm talking specifically people just like you and their experience. Would that allow you to then make a decision at 3 o'clock tomorrow? And they're going to say either yes, and you say great, or they say no, and you say what else? And we keep on going until they give you the magic answer, which is yes. At 3 p.m. or whenever you've decided tomorrow, I can say if it's a yes or it's a no. I can decide, because this information here, here's what we're doing. This information here has now taken up, remember we said that the finish line is here, yes or a no. We've now controlled, or rather you now, I've taught you, is going to be able to control this better. Because what are they going to do if we don't do this? This is going to be Google. Scam claims about your company because some idiot lives in the parents' basement, wants to try and make an affiliate sale, says bad things about your company. They don't know that, your prospect, though. They probably see something on Google and think, oh, well, Google's a big company, it must be their official resource. Well, no, Google just shows you whatever you search for. It's like the librarian of the internet, right? You say you want to find a book on Hitler, and a librarian fetches you a book on it, you wouldn't go, why are you showing me this junk? I hate the guy. You asked for a book on that subject. So if somebody taps in your company scam just to check, well, of course, the librarian, i.e. Google, is going to say, here's all the articles that talk with those words. We don't endorse them, we don't agree with them, but this is what I found for you, right? It's the same kind of scenario. Maybe it's a bit harsh to call those people Hitler, but you get the concept, right? A very negative thing can be seen to be backed by Google simply because it's on their search engine. That's not the case. They're just finding you what someone else has already published, but your prospect doesn't know that. So they go on Google and they see scam claims or some lazy person that didn't work and it didn't work for me and writes a blog post on it, they're now going down here, aren't they? I should have put these down here. In fact, let's move those because I'm going to give you some different ones. So if they go on Google themselves, or they go and they see maybe Facebook or whatever, they're going to start maybe going towards the no, because we can't control this information, this space where they're up for grabs and they're making their decision, they're sleeping and thinking about it. But hang on a minute, if we give them the comp plan and we give them success stories, and we basically give them what they need and what they want, we're now drastically increasing your chances. And these are all truthful. That, again, I want to hit this home. I'm not saying we're trying to hide this stuff. What I'm saying is, if they need to know the compensation plan and you give them the compensation plan, you're assisting a smart decision. If they say, I need to see other people like me winning, and you give them that, that's the smart thing to do. They're not going to help themselves by going on these resources and seeing negativity that is inflated to sell something else to them. That's not an informed decision. It's tipped in the wrong way. This is an informed decision. And this is why we agree the actual layout of the follow-up, as it were, on the actual presentation. You don't say, sure, get back to me. Never say that. Yeah, just get back to me whenever. Because that's never. People are the path of least resistance, right? If they can delay it a day, they will. Nobody likes making a decision, really. So we need to set and take control and be professional and say, it's 3 p.m. tomorrow. If I give you this, this, and this, can you say yes or no? They say yes. You say, cool. I'm going to call you, or I'm going to message you, or we're going to go live, or whatever, at 3 p.m. tomorrow, your time. And you can let me know yes or a no. Just so you know, this is what you're going to say to them. There's no pressure. I only want people that want to do this. A little bit of nerves is normal when you do something new, but I want you to be excited and feel like this is something you want to do, okay? 3 p.m. tomorrow. If you don't answer or you're not there, I'm going to take that as a no. If you still need to think about it, I'm going to take that as a no. And hopefully, with the resources I'm about to send you right now, you should probably already see them in your inbox or on your messenger, because if you're professional, you'll be able to grab these resources from a document and send them straight through. Can you see them? I can see them. Take a look at those. In the meantime, from now until 3 p.m. tomorrow, if you have any questions, come to me. Okay? I've been doing this for a while. I've got all the resources. I've got all the answers that you'll need. I'm not going to try and persuade you. I'm just going to give you the facts. So if you need to know some more about the comp plan, some more stories, whatever it may be, let me know before 3 p.m. tomorrow, because when 3 o'clock comes around tomorrow, it's a yes or it's a no. We're going to decide on the call. Because here's why. I don't want you to feel any pressure. Tell them the truth. I know if we don't make this decision tomorrow, it's going to get drawn out. It's going to be a long decision. You're going to feel frustrated. I don't want to have to convince and twist your arm. So let's just, you're going to know by tomorrow, okay? So let's just say 3 p.m. tomorrow, and we'll leave everything till then. Fine by you? And they're going to say yes. Now, that may be a little bit more assertive than your style, but it's very important that we do that. You know why? Because they need to see you above them in the hierarchy. Hope I can spell that. Set myself up there. That's it. In the hierarchy of this company, okay, and this opportunity, okay. Why would they join you in a business where they already feel they're superior to you in the knowledge and the power, as it were? I'm not saying you need to be like, I'm in charge. I'm not saying that. Don't be like a bossy boss. But I'm saying that if they're, think about what are they doing? What are the reasons why someone would join you? Why someone's thinking it over and needs a follow-up? They're thinking about their future. They're trusting you. Will you help them get their kids through college? Will you help them take their husband or wife out of a job that they hate? Will you help them solve their confidence issues? Will you help them clear their debt? These are the reasons they're thinking about, right, this is a big decision for them. For you, it's a sign-up. For them, it's a big decision. Don't make it smaller for them than it actually is. Assist them where they are, okay? So we need to show them that we can lead them by the hand, be a professional. So you taking charge of that follow-up process is a great way you can do that. People don't often talk about this in network marketing. They talk about it a lot on the sales calls, like let them know this is how the presentation is going to go. Let them know this is how the invitation is going to go. But no one really does it on the follow-up. And they're up for grabs. Most people need to think about it for some duration of time. You'll always have more people that will take a day or so than will sign up on the dot. So if we know that the majority of every sale you're ever going to make, every ounce of profit you ever make is going to come from that gap, why don't we excel here? It's better to excel there than it actually is on the presentation, because they're going to need to think about it even if you do a phenomenal job. So we should excel here. Does that make sense, right? People are like, oh, the follow-up, yeah, whatever, right? I'll just shoot them a message, give them a call in a few days, whatever. Well, no, this is a very powerful part, okay? People need to think about it. So you can position yourself above them by taking control of the follow-up and saying, it's a yes or it's a no, no pressure, be assertive. They're like, oh, this person knows the game. They're concise, they're effective, they're not pressury, but I wouldn't want to mess them around. And that's precisely what you want, an attitude where they say, I wouldn't want to mess them around. Okay, so that's the script that we use. Okay, following on from that, it's 3 p.m. tomorrow. And you call or you message or, whatever you agree to do. Okay, and they're there. You ask them, okay, so did you take a look at the resources? Whatever they say. No, I didn't take a look. No, I didn't. Okay, like I said, it's a no. It's obviously not for you right now. Tell you what I'll do. Put a note in my diary. How about if I follow up with you in a month's time, 2 months, 3 months' time, whatever it may be, okay? That, we just move on. You don't want to spend, I've done this before in a previous video, okay? If you're looking this way at the people who are always going to tell you no, always facing that way, let's say your eyes, let's say you're facing this way, there's this flow of people walking past you who could be a yes or a no. These are up for grabs, and you're ignoring them because you're trying to send the comp plan for the 18th time to the person that can't even bother to look at it. Let's face it, if it's an important decision to them, they'll make the time to look at a PDF. They'll make the time to watch 5 or 10 minutes of video. You would, and I would. So if they're not finding the time to do that, they're just too polite or too weak to say, it's not for me. So I'd open the door for that person and say, listen, it's obviously not for you right now. Don't make it permanent. Right now allows you to follow up in the future. Don't say it's not for you, because now that's in their brain. It's not for you right now, but I'll follow up with you. I'll put a date in my diary a month from now, see how your circumstances are set. Now if they're at all wanting to do it, they'll go, no, I do want to do this. Just give me an hour, I'll watch them right now, if they're serious. If they say, yeah, okay, great. You're now able to divert some of your attention, look over here and get some new prospects and some new blood and enthusiasm going through your business. So don't keep facing and spending all your time with these same 10 people that aren't going to do anything because it's not a priority. So on that 3 p.m. call, if it's anything but a yes, do that process, okay? Now if they're not there, this is what often happens, Richard, they just don't even show up. Okay, then we're going to leave them a voicemail. You can leave a voicemail via social media these days. You can leave a voicemail on the phone, and here's what you're going to say. Don't be an idiot. You may be angry. You may be frustrated. I've been there where I've needed the money from that, and I've thought they were a strong prospect, and now they're not even there. I know the way it's going to go. Man, I'm really angry with them because that was going to pay my bills. 7, 8 years ago, it would have paid my bills. So there's a tendency to be snippy. Oh, you're not even going to show up. Right, I get the game. Don't do that. It could be something legitimate. You're leaving a snooty voicemail and God forbid, they're laid upside down in a car at the side of the road somewhere. Or a family member's died. Or, they've had an altercation with somebody or something terrible has happened and the first thing they hear is your voicemail and it's you giving them, 3 shades of whatever because you're unhappy with them because you didn't make a $50 commission. Doesn't look good on you, does it? So when you leave that voicemail, you say, listen, we had an appointment at 3 p.m. today. I know I confirmed it yesterday. You confirmed it with me and I said that, you would let me know. So I just hope that everything's okay. Okay, because I can't think of any reason other than the fact you physically couldn't get to the phone that you wouldn't be here for this call. After we confirmed it, I made such a big deal out of it and laugh it off, right? Because I didn't want to waste anybody's time. So if you're not on this call or if you're not here, like we said, your messenger, there must be something important has happened. I hope everything is okay. As soon as you get this message, please let me know straight away and we can take it from there. So as soon as you get this message, please let me know that everything's okay. Okay? If this isn't for you, that's fine, but I'd like to know that, okay, from you. Please pay me that respect, and more importantly, I want to know that you're okay. And we click, we hang up, that's it, leave it. Be a professional. 24 hours pass. Now, if someone hasn't retrieved their voicemail in 24 hours, I don't know, they've time traveled from a different century, right? Everybody listens to voicemail within 24 hours, especially since they know within that 24 hours they missed your appointment. At some point in the day, right, you're going to see the appointment, the reminder, the calendar, and go, oh my goodness. And in fact, to help you with that, you can use a software. These are very cheap. Things like youcanbookme.com or Schedule Once. These aren't the official links, but that's the name, just to remind you. So scheduleonce.com or youcanbookme.com. With these kind of softwares, what you can do is you can put that appointment in that software or have them do it themselves. I'd rather you did it because you have control. Now they're going to get a reminder 24 hours before, an hour before, that the appointment is coming up. So it saves you having to do that. You're still going to make it, still going to make it. It removes that task for you. So I use these softwares for any appointments, and I take their email with permission. So listen, let me grab your email and I'll put it in my planner right now, and then you'll be sent a confirmation. Again, it makes you look professional, right? And it is professional to do. So you can use those softwares so you know for sure they've had at least a couple of reminders. And you can actually play around with that. You can say, I want a reminder 24 hours, 18 hours, an hour. You can play around with that. You can even write the email that they receive, okay? So use those softwares so you know that they've got that reminder. I think You Can Book Me, you can actually have a free account, if I'm not sure. So take a look at those. So 24 hours has passed. We know they've received reminders. You've got sent a voicemail. Now there's only two consequences, okay? It's something serious or it's a no. That's basically what it is. Something deathly serious has happened. They physically can't get to the phone in 24 hours, or it's a no and they're too shy, too weak, too polite to say something. So we call and we leave the message. We say, listen, this will be my last call about this. I'm not going to call you again about it, because then if there's any level that they want to do it, they'll call you back. So I'm never going to call you again about this, but I just wanted to doubly check that you were okay, because there's only two things I can think of from experience that this could be. Number one, something terrible has happened and you can't get to the phone. I hope it's not that. Please, like I said, even though you might not want to do this, let me know that you're okay. Or number two, it's a no and you just don't want to say something. So I'm going to make it easy for you. I don't do pressure or persuasion. I don't want you to feel any pressure from this. I also don't want you to feel uncomfortable. If you're not somebody that likes to say no to people, I'll make it easy for you because I'm looking for people that want to do this. So I'm not going to call you again about this. I'm going to take it as though it's a no right now. If that ever changes, if you ever want to, and then insert their language, their reason. They're going to have spoken to you about it's because of my wife, it's because, like, let me use myself as an example. When I first got into network marketing, I needed to solve some debt, I need to save my property, I wanted to be a better father and husband and have the time and the money to build a better life with my favourite people, my wife and my daughter. Important reasons. So if I was calling me and I'd missed an appointment, I'd insert that reason. If you ever seriously want to do something with me where I can give you a plan to allow you to remove that debt and then build an additional income so you can have some free time and some spare income to do those amazing things with your wife and daughter, then I will be here. It's always going to be a fantastic opportunity. But just please remember, with everything that's going on in my company right now, that I did try and take you with us. And that's like, ooh, I love that sentence. Please remember, I did try and I like to slowly soften your voice, I did try and take you with us. Because now, who loses sleep? They're like, you don't need me. Tell you what their expectancy is. Their expectancy, I hope you've got that. If not, you can rewind and rewatch and take notes on this. Their expectancy, and what is taught from most network marketers, their expectancy is what? Most network marketers, it's like 50 messages, 3 emails, 10 voicemails, and all the time they're descending into more snippiness. than passive aggressiveness, right? Every email, every message, every voicemail that goes past because they thought they were going to do it. That's what they're expecting. They're expecting you to be like, oh, please do it. How about tomorrow? How about the next day? Whereas when you stick to your word and you say, hey, it's 3 p.m., this is my second and last voicemail. Hope you're okay. It's probably a no. I'm going to take it off the table for you. I'm only looking for this type of person. If you ever want to do something, then you can do it with me. But I tried to take you with us. They're like, whoa, this person does not need me. I haven't received all that junk. They took it away from me. And nobody likes having something. It's like being put on the subs bench in the team. Like if you're feeling lazy and you're like, oh, I want to sit this one out, it's no big deal. But if you're ready to play, you're just a bit nervous and someone says, sit this one out, I don't think you're a fit for the team. You're like, what? I am a fit for the team. And often you'll get that. If there's any shred that they want to join and they're just a bit nervy, they'll call you, or maybe they're disorganized. They'll call you and they'll be like, oh, no, I do want to do this. And they'll convince you to let them join. Like, I don't know. I said 3 p.m. You can't make an appointment. It's 24 hours later. You're telling me now nothing is a matter, which is great news, by the way. But still, come on, man. It's a waste of my time. I don't know if I can work with someone. No, you can work with me. You can trust me. I'll be a good team member from here on out. Maybe, okay? And, you can actually, it turns the balance of power around because we agreed and you did the process that I told you. So that's what they're expecting. When you don't do that, any shred of enthusiasm, they'll say yes to you right there and then, okay? Or you can cut them free. You're free to go and follow up with other people, okay, and put other people through the system that you've got, okay? But either way, by that second voicemail, you are done. Sort of, okay? Because here's my second tactic. The first tactic was all that I just gave you. How you set it on the presentation, the messages you leave, that's the first tactic. The second tactic is we intertwine the strength of digital marketing. You know why? Why would we use this? That was a great procedure you gave me there, Richard, right? It works really well, that does. Why would I need something else? Well, why wouldn't you? If it increases your likelihood of getting a yes, which this does, why would you not do it? There's an initial bit of setup, maybe a couple of hours, a few hours if you're not very technical, but then it runs for you. Okay, so this is something that I've used massively in my business to scale. Because if even with this method, even though that's going to reduce from 50 messages, 20 voicemails, 10 emails, all the rest of it you're manually doing, it reduces it right back to 2 calls, gets it all tied up neatly in a bow, right? Then still you've got to do that in a linear way. You have to write the email, you have to call the person, you have to message the person, you have to schedule that in your diary and all the rest of it, okay? With digital marketing, it's like replicating yourself, okay? Because this can send the emails for you. This can warm and build trust for you. If this person has gone through this process, they may still be a maybe. They may still be a maybe. So they haven't got enough to say yes, but they haven't moved away from the idea enough to say no. Presentation, decision, right? My P's look like D's and D's look like P's. So, but you're not here for my writing. So maybe my awesome diagram. So we don't want to turn away a maybe. We want to stop investing time in a maybe because they're not ready and we can't push someone into square peg into a round hole. But we don't want to get rid of a maybe, right? So what do we do with these people who are either no for now or maybes? They're even getting up this way, but they're just not quite a yes. Well, digital marketing allows you to free your time up, so because they're not your strongest prospects, but it allows you to elongate. It allows you to elongate this process. They got to this point here, they just weren't ready. But there's still some thinking going on. They're still up for grabs for the yes or the no. So what can we do in this new elongated period? We can keep in contact with them. So with digital marketing, if you're smart, when they're going in for a presentation, anybody that has a presentation from me about anything that I'm selling, the first thing they do is put their email in to receive that presentation. So the second that they're going to do something, they have to opt in. Let's face it, if they won't put their email into, my presentations are all free, if they won't put their email into a free presentation, they ain't going to sign up for a few hundred or a few $1,000s for any of my services, are they? And they won't do the same with you. I don't want to put my email into this free page that I just requested, but I'm willing to get my credit card out and commit my financial future to you, and every single month I'm auto ship. That's not going to happen, is it? So don't worry about this. If they didn't put their email in, you've quickly disqualified a time waster. That's good news. More time for the people that aren't going to waste it. So have them opt in to see the presentation, okay? Now that means that when they do that, you're able to put them on an autoresponder. Let's put auto resp. Do you know what that is? That's like when you get a free, you've done this yourself, Facebook ad, free guide to 6-pack abs. Well, I'll take a look at that. Email goes in there, right? You get a 6-pack ab guide or whatever it is, and then after that, you start getting emails from that person. Hey, wondering how the guide is working out for you. Did you know I had another video series that you may want to get? You know, every week or so. Hey, here's a testimonial from somebody that has used it and they went from this weight to this weight and now look how healthy they are. Have you got any questions? And I haven't heard from you in a little while. Would you like to ask me a question? Click this button here, ask me a question. You know, if they can give you testimonials of other people getting results, give you like an FAQ style email where they're answering the most questions you may have in your head, and just generally now seeing their name in your inbox, maybe watching a YouTube video now and again that they're sending you, what's happening? You're elevating that relationship, aren't they? That's what they're doing basically. Digital marketing allows you to elevate your relationship with people without physically having to be there one-on-one. So they're here right now in terms of trust and rapport. Your digital marketing follow-up can allow this, that's time, that's trust and rapport. This may be what they lack to make a decision. A lot of people do. I want to do this, I just don't know if I should trust that guy or that girl. I want to do this, but I've only known them a month or a week or a year. I haven't heard from them in a while. It's trust. It's that feeling like, oh, I don't like to make quick decisions. Some people just say that, right? So we need to assist that person to move them up there. I get so many sales from doing this, by the way. So what can we do? We can send emails because we took their email for the presentation. FAQs. Hey, you're probably wondering about the compensation plan. Here it is. Hey, you're probably wondering about, can someone like you get success? Let me show you a game plan, right? It's a great FAQ style thing. You can send them testimonials. Hey, did you realize that that same information you took a look at, someone did too? They took action and jumped in. Look at their results 6 months later. You're going to want to watch this video. They click in the email, they watch the video. Hey, man, this is my results. It brings them over the finish line. It elevates them up this trust ladder, right? You can send them requests. Hey, if you respond back to this email, have I spelled that right? I think so. Hey, if you respond back to this email, I'll receive your question. So anything at all I want you to get on, you need, let me know. Also, you can create urgency. Hey, the company's just announced that anyone that signs up this week is going to be eligible with a couple of sign-ups to go on the cruise or what, right? So you can actually send them offers and incentives that if you've got, like, let's say you do this 10 times a day for a year, that's over 3,500 people receiving these messages. How would you manage that any other way than with a system? How would you manage 3,500 follow-ups? What email's gone to who? What message has gone to this person? What did that person say again? You'd spend your entire life trying to sort through your spreadsheet of follow-ups and moving people into diaries and sending emails. You just wouldn't have any other time to build your business. You wouldn't. So this allows you to multiply yourself, multiply the action and the just the quality of what you can put out there in your follow-up without any additional time, because you only have to write these emails once. You load these into an autoresponder and they will go out. Hey, email 1 goes out 1 day after they've opted in. Email 2 goes out 10 days after. Email 3 goes out 15 days after, right? And then you can just write one email to all 3,500. Hey, there's an incentive out this month. Here it is. Click send. It goes to everybody. Such a much better use of your time. Also, we can retarget. As you start to get above 1,000 people, you can, once you've got 1,000 plus, you can take that list and you can put it into Facebook advertising. So now all the people that have put their email in, you're now able to show them an advert. And you can do the same on YouTube too. Just imagine a little quick video. Hey, I remember you took a look at some information a little while ago. I just wanted to let you know what's happening right now. Here's an update. There's a button beneath this video. Click it. You can get in touch with me if it's something now, if it's better timing for you maybe. You've had some time to think about it. Here's what's happened since that time. You want to jump in? Here's where you can get a hold of me. Same on a Facebook ad. right? You can show these people, follow them around the internet. This builds trust. You're in their inbox. You are sharing stuff with them. You're on Facebook. They see you on YouTube. It doesn't cost that much to do this at all. You're looking at around $5 a day for your advertising, and this you can get these for around about $20 a month, something like that. If you want an all-in-one system, you can use what I use. I'll leave a link in the description, which is ClickFunnels, which is www.richardmatheru.com/CF trial. So if you use that, you're able to do the sales funnels, the opt-ins, the emails. You can do everything via that. Even get the list to put into Facebook. You can use everything in that system. That's what I use and recommend because it stood me in good stead. So you're able to do all of that and follow up on your behalf, like the professionals do. But it just takes a little bit of setup and that's it done. It's not even that technical with that system. So was this helpful? Was this helpful? Can you imagine if you stuck to the end of this video, right? Look at the position you're now in if you take action on this. If you actually start to do this, you're able to do what? Increase your time because you're gaining so much back from unnecessary follow-up. You're able to be more professional. Don't have to feel so icky, to use a 14-year-old girl's term, but you don't have to feel so like, I guess I'll message them because they're not a no yet, but and then they're not. You just remove. You're more professional. You remove all that amateurism. It's more professional. You can start to be more respected. Also, your conversions, the main reason, your conversions are the best they're going to be. They're the best, absolute best. Big tick, big smiley face. If you're using that script and following up digitally at the same time, the people that take longer or the people that weren't quite ready, you're going to get as many of them as is physically possible. You're never going to get 100%, but you're going to get as many as possible because they're seeing you everywhere. They hold you in high esteem the way you did it the first time. Also, you open yourself up to referrals. Hey, listen, if it's a no on the second phone call, who do you know? Give me 2 names of someone that this may be more suitable for. You like to help people, right? I like to help people. Well, give me 2 names of someone who this could be for. I'll treat them the same way I just treated you. It's powerful in this process because we're professional. I'll show them the information. I'll give them a follow-up. Like with you, there's been no pressure, has there? No, there hasn't. So you like to help people? Yes, I do. Well, give me 2 names of some people who this may be a fit for because I want to help people who want to be helped. And again, they may say, well, I want to be helped. Or they're going to give you 2 names because they said no to you. They feel bad about that. They're probably going to give you 2 names and you get 2 more appointments. Why not? Worst they can say is, no, I don't want to give you any names. You say, cool, no problem. I'll see you on the internet because I got your email. So you follow them around. So conversions, I'll put ref for referrals. You're also going to get long-term conversions. I get people all the time popping up and buying products and things from me. And when I ask them, hey, where did you find it? They go, oh, I've been on your email list for 3 months. I've been seeing your videos on Facebook for 6 months. I just thought, man, now's the time I should do something because you've been in contact so much. Well, I haven't. I preloaded and I sequenced in an autoresponder and a Facebook ad account, and it did it for me. So you'll start getting these bonus sales popping up. You've got 3,500 people. They're all being shown correct information. Even if we look at a 10%, 90% aren't bothered. 10% is what? 350. It's a lot of extra team members just for doing this digital marketing stuff, right? On top of the scripts that you've got. It's a good combination. So we have a whole bunch of benefits. The most important is the very best conversions possible, okay? Was this helpful? Was this useful? Has it added something or removed something or at least in any way improved your follow-up game? I hope you take action on this. I hope you start to use those scripts. You're able to go back in the video and write them down, make them in your own vocabulary, maybe your accent, not your accent, that can make a difference, right? How do you write an accent down? Your verbiage is slightly different to mine, but keep to the major points. And then take the time to do the digital marketing stuff. I'll leave a link in the text area to that for you. That's going to make a lot of sense. So something else. Oh, yes. 21-day lead challenge. I've got a Facebook group, and in that Facebook group, I always ask the same question when they join. Okay, welcome to the group. Is there something that you need help with above anything else in your network marketing business? Number 1 thing people say is free or organic, qualified, so quality, leads on social media. I'll put SM for social media. That's what I need help with, Richard. I don't have a massive budget. I don't have a lot of time. I need to be able to generate quality people right here while I'm already on social media, on Facebook or whatever, right? Can you help me do that? So I can, but I can do better. So what I'm going to do is in that Facebook group, we're going to do a 21-day lead challenge. Why 21 days? That's how long it takes you to form a new habit. We're going to do this together. It's not just going to be information based. You're actually going to generate as many leads as is physical possible for you and your network marketing business in the next 21 days. All free, all quality. Imagine having an extra 3, 4, 5, 10 conversations a day with people genuinely interested in buying from you. Okay, you can get to test out your new follow-up, right? We need people to feed into this process now. This would be a great way of doing that. So as well as the, you can get this all set up in time for this. So if you can get this all set up in time, great timing to feed those leads into it. I'll leave the link to that system that I use, but I'll also leave a link to my Facebook group, so you're able to jump in that. That's where we'll be running that, and you'll be able to get some information on that very, very soon. As always, that's everything. I'm definitely covered everything now yet. So as always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires than excuses. If you like the video, then like the video. Feel free to put it in the eyes and ears of someone you think it would benefit. Any questions, any clarity you need, stick comment beneath there. I do read them and respond to them myself. As always, go create a day in a life that counts. Always have more desires. Yes, desires than excuses. Hope to see you in that Facebook group. Have a fantastic day, and bye for now.